lie back to get under our shoulder blades. A nice little lift, and then we'll rest our head back, okay? And then actually for me today, just because I'm so congested, I'm actually gonna slide this block under my head. So my chest and my head are in this pretty much same alignment, but I'm still feeling this nice big chest opener through my collarbones, the front of my chest and pecs here, and then arms can just reach out to the sides. Anything you want to do with your legs. Legs can be straight, legs can be bent. You can bring the soles of your feet together, knees out nice and wide. And feel free to move around a little bit until you find that, perfect position for yourself. That feels really good on your low back, especially. Okay, and then, just again, that like gentle reminder, if you want to check in, you want to make sure, your sternum is the highest part of your chest that's lifted and not your ribs. Okay, so if your ribs are higher, you might have to just adjust the block and, bring it closer towards like your shoulders. So again, that your sternum is the highest part of this little back bend here. And just take a nice big deep inhale in through the nose. Big exhale out through the mouth. Inhaling in through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. One more just like that. Inhaling in. Big exhale out through the mouth. And then just begin to find the rhythm of your breath. Just breathing in and out through your nose as best as you can. And even in this back bend where parts of our body are lifted away from the floor, start to notice like what parts of your body are connected to the ground and what's connected. Can you create more space in your body? Can you take up room? Can you feel a little bit more grounded, a little more rooted, so that you can find ways of releasing, right? So we want to take up space that we feel like relaxed and released. And it's not so much of like this heaviness, it's really light. So it's like you can move freely. So you're really taking up space. And just because we're like in this back bend, I'm kind of getting this sense of like, I'm like really light and floating, but my feet and my arms are like rooting me down. So I feel grounded. So you can kind of think of yourself as like a little balloon. So someone's holding onto the string. Okay, that your feet is groundedness. Okay, and then the parts that are lifted away from your body are like light, floating, soft body. That soft balloon. I know that might be kind of like a weird image since we're on the ground and it feels so grounding, but just trying to find that lightness here in this posture. And only if you're ready and if you want to, we're going to start to just add a little bit of movement in the upper body. Okay, we're just going to make just really small movements. So arms are just going to reach over your head. They can be off of the ground. That's fine. You're just going to make like a little circle shape with your arms over your head. And then you're just going to move your arms just down by your sides. You're just going to move just nice and slow like that. So just letting your chest and your shoulders open up a little bit more. If your hands can slide on the mat, that's great. And again, if not, that's fine as well too. You're welcome to lift your hands up a little bit so they're floating off of the mat. The next time your arms are up over your head, slowly begin to straighten them. And again, your arms might have to lift up off the mat. Okay. And then with straight arms, we're going to reach our arms towards the ceiling. And then we're going to lower our arms down by our sides. And then again, with straight arms, fingertips are going to lean back straight up towards the ceiling and then straight up over your head. We'll just move like this a few times. Just notice how your shoulders are feeling, how your chest is feeling. Okay, great. And then again, the next time your arms are down by your sides, pause there. Okay, and then we're going to roll off of our blocks. Okay, just onto our side. And gently just clear your space. Okay, so you're just going to move your blocks or pillows out of the way. And we're going to make our way back onto our backs. Okay. And take a moment again, just to kind of notice like, wow, how does your spine feel? How does your chest and your shoulders feel? Okay, great. Then go ahead and plant your feet on the ground. Knees will point up towards the sky. Arms will move down by your sides as well. Okay, we're going to move into some baby bridges here. Okay, so in a baby bridge, I just mean that we're not going into like full bridge where we're opening up our ribs and our chest so much. So we're going to peel and use our spine. We're going to articulate it. Okay, so we're going to curl our tailbone in and we're going to roll up. And again, we're going to come into like a little baby bridge, keeping this nice long diagonal, or it can feel more like a half bridge is fine too. Okay, so just stay here. Breathe here and check in with your ribs. Make sure your ribs are slowly moving together, sealing that bottom part of your rib cage together. Inhale in and then exhale, you slowly roll down and peel down one vertebrae at a time. Again, just nice and slow. And we'll just rock and roll in and out of this little baby bridge just a few more times. So lifting the hips right back up once the tailbone touches the ground. And then pausing and holding here. And a gentle bridge, getting those hamstrings to kick in. And then rolling back down nice and slow. Good. Curling and rolling right back up. Little baby bridge. Pause and hold. And peeling and lowering all the way down nice and slow. Okay. This next one, we're going to add just a little pattern with our feet. Curling up, rolling up. And again, we're still in our little baby bridge. Okay. Like not full extension. Okay. And then we're going to lift our right heel up and then lower it down. Lift the left heel up and lower. So we're just going to alternate, just lifting one heel up at a time. Nice and slow. Again, checking in with your ribs and your core here, using your arms to help stabilize you. As you just lift one heel up and lower, up and lower. Let's do two more on each side. One and one, two and two. Ground the heels, roll down, peel down nice and slow. Awesome. Okay, then we're going to curl right back up again. Little baby bridge, lifting the hips back up. Nice long diagonal from the knees to the shoulders. Good. This time we're going to lift both heels up and lower back down. Both heels lift and lower. Good. Here's 3. Let's do 8 of these. Okay. 4 and 5, 6, 7. And 8, lower the heels down, lower the hips down, nice and slow. Take your time. And just little baby window wipers here, just swishing back and forth. Okay, one last little sequence here. Okay, setting yourselves back up. Okay, feet on the ground, knees pointing up towards the sky. And again, we're still moving in this like nice, gentle, like kind of baby bridge. Okay, so again, curling back up, hips roll up. Pause for a moment, root down through this left foot. Right leg is going to reach up towards the sky. Okay, then try to keep your hips nice and level here. Okay, and then just bend and straighten the right leg just a few times, just bending and straightening. Yeah, maybe like 3 or 5 of these. Okay, just checking it out. And then lowering that right foot down. Good. Ground through the right foot, left leg lifts up towards the sky. Gonna try to keep the hips nice and level. And then we'll do the same thing, just bending and straightening the left leg a few times. And then regrounding that left foot. Readjust your hips, maybe lift up just a little bit higher. Ground through the left foot. Right leg reaches back up towards the sky. And then again, with as best as you can, a straight leg as best as you can. We're going to lower the right leg a little bit. And then we're going to kick it back up. And we're just going to do that about 5 times. Okay. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the right foot down. Readjust the hips. Left leg lifts up. And again, with the straight leg this time, just lowering and lifting 5 times. This one, lower the left foot down, roll down, peel down, nice and slow. Woo. And again, window wipers here. Oh, yes, getting that those glutes and hamstrings to kick in. Figure 4 glute stretch. Right ankle crosses up and over the left knee. And before we fold in, just take your hands and press your thigh bones away. Again, feeling that traction. Nice release here. Another inhale in, and then exhale out, and then slowly start to gather your legs into your chest for a nice little hip opener. This should feel really good after doing those bridges, a little bridge sequence. Nice. Okay, great. From here, go ahead and release the left leg down. Okay, we're gonna hug the right knee into our chest so you can release your ankle from your knee. Okay, right knee into the chest, left leg out nice and long. And then just do a few little hip circles here in one direction. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. And then we'll twist. Right knee comes across to the left, right arm out to the right, twisting. Or passive, active yoga. Right. Again, still kind of feeling that you're taking up space here when you can. Maybe looking a little bit over to the right, maybe reaching your right fingertips out, energizing that right arm just a little bit. So again, just taking up some space here. Okay, good. Inhale in, exhaling slowly, coming back to the center. Okay, and then we'll just switch sides. Okay, right foot will ground down, left ankle across up and over the left knee, and then pressing your hands into your thigh bones to press away. Just pausing here for a moment. Just noticing already the difference between your sides. Good. Inhale in, exhaling, release, and then begin to fold the right leg in a little bit closer. If that feels right for your body. Okay, awesome. Exhale, gently release the right foot down. Left knee folds into your chest. Right leg out long. We'll do a few little hip circles here on the left side. And then we'll stir the hip in the other direction. And then when you're ready, that nice big twist, left knee will come across to the right. Left arm will reach out to the left. Just breathe. And energizing your right leg, your left arm, maybe your focus. Take a nice big deep inhale in, exhaling, slowly releasing, coming back to the center. And go ahead and extend that left leg up nice and long to meet the right. Stretch your arms up over your head. And then from here, we're just going to flip right over onto our tummies. Okay, so just roll on over. I know, like super fancy transition here. And let's just set ourselves up right into Sphinx pose. Okay, so elbows and forearms down. Okay, pressing down, lifting up through your chest, so you're pressing away from the floor. And again, remember, this can be any degree depending on how your back feels, right? Arms can be a little bit more forward. It can be a really low Sphinx pose, okay? Or it can be a little bit higher. Okay? Just holding here, breathing here. If you want to look from right to left or up and down, you can kind of add some head isolations here if you wish. Okay. Okay, we're going to stay for about 30 more seconds. So again, any movement you want to add, or if you want to find some stillness. A few more deep breaths. Good. Inhaling in. Exhaling, gently release, just bringing your hands under your forehead. And again, bend your knees, and again, just little window wipers here, just moving back and forth. Okay, good. Okay, and just because we did some bridges and kind of woke up our glutes and our hamstrings, we're gonna keep kind of the focus on the back body here. Okay, so go ahead and straighten your legs out. Legs can be hip distance apart or about as wide as your mat. Again, kind of just tune into like how your low back is feeling. Okay. Arms are going to reach out in front of you, okay? And we're going to turn our palms to face one another, okay? My arms are a little bit wider than shoulder distance, so, I have some like space to really feel like my collarbones widen. I can feel my shoulder blades slide down my back. Okay, I'm going to slide my arms in to lift my head up. I'm just pressing like the pinky edge side of my hand down to lift up into this nice little back bend. Okay, good. It's really active, really rolling the shoulders back and down. Inhale in. Exhale, gently slide the arms forward and release the head down. Pressing into your pinky side edge of your hand. Roll the shoulders back, slide the shoulder blades down your back, slide up. Reach up, roll up, and then instead of looking up, keep your focus down so you keep the back of your neck nice and long. Good. Inhale in here, exhale, release, lowering back down. Let's do that one more time. Okay, roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades slide down your back, arms slide as you lift your head and your chest up. And then exhaling, lowering right back down. Okay, keeping that same arm position here. Shoulders roll down, shoulder blades slide back. Lift up, roll, and then from here, just lift your right arm up and lower. Left arm lifts up, really press into that right edge of your hand, lower down, and then exhale, release all the way down. We're just going to do that a few more times too. Okay, so rolling up, peeling up, sliding the arms in just a little bit, right lifts and hovers up off the mat, and lowers down. Left arm floats. Good, and lower, and then gently releasing back down. Okay, one more time, just like that. Shoulder blades slide down your back, arms slide in to lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Right arm lifts. Okay, and lower. Left arm lifts and lowers. Exhale, release. Then the hands again can go under your forehead. For a little take a break. Okay. Just isolating the right leg, we'll lift the right leg up 5 times. Okay, so keeping the leg nice and long, the right leg floats up off the mat, head stays down, and lower your leg down. Right leg lifts and floats, and lower. Here's 3, and lower. Lift 4, and lower, and 5, and lower. Good. Switching sides, left leg lifts, hold it up there, find a little bit more length, and lower. Here's 2, and lower. Lift 3, and lower. Lift 4, and lower. Last one, lift 5, and lower. Good. Again, window wipers here, shifting your hips from side to side. Okay, really nice. Hands will move under the shoulders, legs will straighten. We'll press ourselves up into tabletop. Take your time. Make any adjustments you need to. And we'll all meet in a nice little round of cat and cow here. Coming into neutral tabletop, let's go ahead and reach the left arm up towards the sky, threading the needle, left arm under the right. Good, lowering down onto your shoulder. Good, squaring the hips as best as you can. Okay, hand can stay under your shoulder. Okay, or you reach these right fingertips towards the top of your mat. Okay. Okay, this is totally optional just for fun. Okay, if you want to play a little bit. Okay, so if you'd like, you can take your right leg back and have it straight. Okay, like toes down, heel up. Or if you want to, you can start to float the right leg up off the mat. Okay. And actually, I feel a little bit more stable with my right hand on my shoulder, and I'm going to do that and lift my leg up here. Okay. Good. So it's just like that isolation we did. Good. Or again, choosing to just stay in neutral legs. Okay. A few more deep breaths here. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhaling, lower your leg down, bring your right hand back under your shoulder. We'll gently unwind. Okay, and then we'll slowly lower the left arm down, and we'll switch sides. Right arm reaches up towards the sky, threading the needle, right arm under the left. Square the hips, pause for a moment here. Good. Again, left fingertips can reach towards the top of the mat. Okay, and then if you want to play with your balance a little bit, left leg will reach back behind you nice and straight. Toes can stay down, or if you'd like, left leg can float. And again, really use your left glute to kick in, to lift your leg up. Hamstrings helping out as well. Good. And here we are in the balance, if you're choosing to do so. A few more deep breaths. Good. Inhale in, exhale, lower your leg back down, bend your knee, left hand back under the shoulder. We'll gently unwind. Ooh. And slowly come back through tabletop. Okay. Coming into downward facing dog. So make any adjustments you need to. Hands can reach forward. Handprint. Hips will lift up nice and high. Good. And then definitely feel free to be playful here in your downward facing dog. Coming into your neutral downward dog, slightly bend your knees. We're going to walk to the top of our mat, nice and slow. Hang it out here in our forward fold. Drop your head, make it nice and heavy. Sway from side to side. Get a nice little release in those hamstrings. Great. Good, and then from here, release your arms, bend your knees, and slowly roll up to come all the way up to standing. Arms will reach up over your head. And exhaling, hands at your heart center. We're gonna go right away into just like a little balancing exercise, okay? And we're gonna do this 3 times on each leg. Okay, I'm gonna turn to face you really quick. So our right leg is gonna cross, or like our right ankle is just gonna cross over the left. Okay, so this is like my version of figure 4 glute stretch, right? Like if we were balancing with the knee bend and ankle crossover, but this is gonna be the gentle version. Okay, so that's just like this. Okay, the right ankle is just crossed over the left, and you have like a little kickstand here. Okay, so we'll do that on the other side too. Okay, so we'll start with the right leg first. Okay, so right ankle is just going to cross over the left. Okay, sit up nice and tall. Okay, just like you're like in like tree pose. Okay, you want to really root down to that left foot. And from here, we're going to gently lift the right leg and to reach it back into just a little baby lunge. Okay, and again, hands behind your hips. You can reach your arms up over your head. Okay. Good. And then we're just going to come right back through this. Okay. Coming up to standing. Right ankle crosses over your left. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, right leg lifts up to reach back. Little baby crescent lunge. And again, shifting your weight forward to launch forward. Right ankle over your left. Little kickstand. Good, and then just one more time. Reaching that right leg back. Gentle crescent lunge. Good, launching forward. Right ankle over your left. And then reground your feet, coming back through like, your mountain pose. Okay, readjust if you need to, shake it out. Okay, and we'll do the second side. Okay, I'll do it facing this way. Okay, so left ankle will cross over your right. Ground through the right foot, roll the shoulders back. Okay, be nice and light on this left leg. Left leg's just going to float up, and you're going to reach your left leg back into your baby high lunge. Okay, good. Yes. Good. Launch forward so that you can float that left leg up and over to cross at your ankles. Good. Left leg floats, reach that left leg back. Baby crescent lunge. Good, reaching forward, crossing the ankles. Good, here's our last one. Leg reaches back, crescent lunge. Good, then again, shift your weight forward. Okay, so that you can slowly come on up, crossing at the ankles. Got it, and left foot rounds down. Tadasana, mountain pose. Arms reach up over your head. Exhaling, gently fold forward, forward fold. Okay, and then we're just gonna walk back, downward facing dog. Okay, as many steps as you like. Walk back into your downward dog. Okay, really nice. Right leg steps forward. Coming into low lunge. Left knee lowers down. Arms will reach up over your head. Rooting down, dropping the shoulders, lifting up through the chest. Good. Inhaling in. Exhaling, twisting. Left hand down, right arm up towards the sky. Okay, good. Another, this is the same twist that we did on the ground. Okay, just breathe here. Inhale in, exhale, hands release. Back toes are going to tuck under to lift the knee up. We're going to step forward this time. Okay, so left leg steps forward, and we'll switch out from here. Right leg steps back. Low lunge. Dip the hips, roll the shoulders, reach your arms up over your head. Good, root down, rise up. Inhale in, exhale, twisting, right hand down, left arm up towards the sky. This side is tight. A few more deep breaths. Okay, good. Inhale in, exhaling gently, release. Okay, back toes tuck under, lift the back knee up. This time we're going to step back, downward facing dog. Okay, leading with the left foot. Okay. So it doesn't matter how many steps you take. I just want you to step with your left foot first. Okay, so left foot's going to step forward. We're going to walk up to the top of the mat. And just take your time as long as you step with your left foot forward. Okay, so we kind of even out our steps here. Okay, great. Slowly bend the knees. We'll roll up to come up to standing. Okay, rising on up, arms reach up over your head. Hands at your heart center. Okay, and then you guessed it, we're going to do the big version. Only one time on each side, though, of figure four into high lunge. Okay, and of course, these are always options. Okay, if your balance is off, you can always be here. You can float your ankle, your foot, kind of somewhere in between like your knee and your ankle. Okay, but I know you all can do it. Okay, just like to teach different options. Okay, and if you need your block, I have like the wall, so I can use my radiator and wall for balancing here. Okay, so I actually think it's a little bit easier to start with your feet about hip distance apart. Okay, and we're just going to sit back, nice gentle chair, just bending the knees, letting the hips move back, and then the right ankle is just going to cross up and over that left knee. Okay, so we're sitting back in our figure four glute stretch. Okay, in our little chair posture. Okay, right ankle to the left knee. Okay, so just pause here. Arms can be wherever you want. Okay. I know this is like a lot of balance. It's a lot of stretching. Okay, so just breathe. Keep rolling the shoulders back. Okay, take a nice big deep inhale in. Take your time. We're just stepping back into that crescent lunge. Okay, it can be a big lunge, it can be a short lunge, whatever feels good. Just try to hang on to that balancing aspect. Okay, soft landing. Arms can reach up over your head when you're ready. Just breathe. Take a nice big deep inhale in here. Both hands are going to go into the inside of that left foot. Okay, we're going to slowly walk our hands to the long edge of our mat, toes in, heels out. Nice big wide leg forward fold. Hang out here, bend your knees, shake your head, move around. Okay, there's a nice big like hamstring stretch, inner thigh stretch. Hands move under your shoulders, lift up about halfway. Okay, we're going to turn our toes out ever so slightly. Okay, we're going to come into side lunge. Okay, so skandasana. Let's go and bend into our right knee. Okay, left toes can float up towards the sky. It does not matter. Heel can stay grounded or heel can stay lifted. Okay, and you can play with this. We're going to move through this a few times so that kind of loosen things up a little bit. Okay, yeah. Arms can be forward. You can use your blocks under your hands. Okay, and then let's move to the other side. We're going to bend that left knee, shifting the hips and the weight over to the left side. Again, toes flex, heel can pop. Good. Again, hips do not have to be as low as mine. You can keep your hips lifted. You still get a really great stretch if your hips are a little bit. I'm just going to move through this just 2 more times, so just 3 times all together. So we'll move over to the right side. Move mindfully, move slowly. Good, moving over to the left side. Good. One more time. Over to the right. Good. And then over to the left. Good. And then how convenient here around the left leg. Okay, we're going to keep walking our hands around the left leg. Okay, so that we come up into that high lunge. Okay, so spin up onto those right toes. Good. Keep your hands down. Sorry, you guys. I didn't mean like right high lunge, high low lunge. Okay. And then we're going to step forward, fold. My brain is moving faster than my speech. Okay. Okay, good. From here, let's go and just roll on up nice and slow. Take your time. Rooting down through your feet, rising up, arms reach up over your head, and then exhaling hands at your heart center. Feet again about hip distance apart. Take your time, nice soft bend. Bend the knees, hips shift back. Left ankle moves over the right knee. Sitting back here in our figure four balance. Be patient. Take your time. And in that spirit of balancing as best as you can, we're just going to float that left leg back into your high lunge. Again, go slow. Supporting leg can stay bent the whole time so you get that nice soft landing. Okay, and then real high lunge, arms reach up over your head. Good, breathing here. Okay, awesome. Okay, then we're gonna come back into that wide leg forward fold. Okay, so hands on the inside of that right foot. We're gonna walk our hands around to the long edge of the mat. Good, toes in, heels out, and a nice big forward fold here. Really beautiful. Hands under the shoulders, lift up about halfway. We're going to walk our hands over towards the right foot. We're going to turn the right toes out. And again, we're going to come into that high-low lunge. Okay, so just kind of spinning back to the top of your mat. Take your time. And then from here, we're going to step back, downward facing dog. Okay, take your time. Okay. Pigeon pose on the right side, right knee towards your right wrist. Bumping the hips back, and again, use any props you need to here, okay? And then we'll just lower down. We're hanging out here in our pigeon. And again, this should feel really good after that little balancing sequence, okay? The big balancing sequence here. Find some softness and lightness. Take up space. You know, I always like playing a little bit with, you know, being really active in our stretching practice, and then, you know, kind of finding this place where we can relax and like, you know, move deeply into our stretches as well too. Okay, I would say it's just like a really nice reminder of kind of playing with like fire a little bit, our energy. Right, we're in control of it. We can use that fire to, you know, be held in these long stretches. Okay, so, you know, we're spreading that warmth all over our body. Okay. And then we're using our breath to kind of cool us down. Taking those mindful inhales in, mindful exhales out. I know we tend to forget that when we're moving a lot or moving through a difficult posture, and forget to take those nice, big, deep breaths. I'm hoping that, we got a little taste of everything. So when we move to the, our wall space, we feel ready for some stretching and some releasing and relaxing as well too. Okay, let's start to walk our hands back under our shoulders. Okay, and we're just going to make our way out of pigeon, and we're just going to go to the left side. Okay, so if that's tabletop, cat and cow, if it's downward dog, go for it. Okay. And when you're ready, we'll bring the left knee towards the left wrist, helping those hips back. Setting yourselves up for pigeon pose on the left side. And finding softness, finding that release. Take up space. Even when we're finding stillness, we can still find a little more energy or breath in our arms. We can find that softness through our upper back. We can think about lengthening out through the right leg a little more so we find a little bit deeper stretch through the front of the hip. Taking these big deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we're going to slowly start to walk our hands back in under our shoulders again. And then coming out of pigeon, however you want. Take your time. And then just going to meet just somewhere near a wall, your couch, a chair as well too, so that you can come into legs up the wall. Yeah, and I know I've taught some classes with my couch yoga. So definitely if you have a chair or couch, your legs can just drape over them, knees can be bent, and that's fine. Can still receive the same benefits as if your legs were straight. Okay. If you have the wall space or a bed, okay, we're just going to bring our hips right up close up against the edge here. And then I need to lower down onto my forearms so it's easier for me to stay connected to the object, the wall. Okay. And then you can slowly start to lift your legs up, and then you can start to slide and shift your hips. And again, you want your sitting bones as close as you can towards whatever space you have, right? So the wall or the couch or the chair. So you want to be like nice and cozy up into here, okay? Okay, legs up the wall. Okay, we're gonna do a few stretches here as well too, okay? So I know I have like, some things that are in the way. So, adjust as you need to and improvise if you have to as well too. Okay, so let's just enjoy this reverse of the blood flow, receiving the benefits of legs up the wall. Okay, really great stress reliever. This is also really great for low back relief. Okay. I know I've mentioned this before. This is a really great posture to again help you like relax like unwind, rejuvenate, okay, but it also is a very reviving posture, right? Like I get energized after this. Like when I stand up, I'm like, whoa, I feel so energized. My legs aren't as tired anymore. So you know, it can bring some energy, even though it's really relaxing. Okay. But that's the whole point, right? We want to relax so that we feel rejuvenated. Okay, so in spirit of like the side lunges that we did, okay, let's go ahead and bring the soles of our feet together, knees out nice and wide. So we're coming into Baddha Konasana. Okay. Yeah. And again, this is gonna, you know, kind of be determined on how much space you have. I'm already like, I'm gonna run into my plant. Okay, but we're going to do a little check mark posture. Okay, so left leg is just gonna reach out to the left. Okay. And again, you want to make sure your hips don't like pitch over to the left. You want to keep your hips and your low back as square on the mat as possible. Okay, so I'm actually just going to scooch over so I have a little more space here. So soles of the feet together, knees out nice and wide, and then left leg's going to just reach out to the left. So you're in a little check mark position, and then you should feel a nice stretch through the left inner thigh. Okay. Yeah, and this is actually, you know, we're gonna go into a wide legs here. And if you don't have space to do both legs, you can always do one at a time like this. Okay, so we're gonna do it starting out one at a time, and then we'll do both legs together. Okay, good. Use your left hand to help bring your left leg in, and then we'll go to the other side, right leg out to the right. And again, if you have to adjust like I do, that is fine. Take your time adjusting and moving down the wall. Okay, ideally, you know, it'd be nice not to, but you know, that's sometimes not realistic. Okay. So right leg out to the right, just pause for a moment in this nice big check mark position. Okay, good. And then again, use that right hand to bring your right leg back into Baddha Konasana. We'll slowly straighten the legs back up towards the sky. Again, you're welcome to do one leg at a time, or again, if you have the space, we're going to open out the legs out nice and wide. Okay, just be mindful of your space. Okay, I'm going to make some adjustments here because I know I have room for this. All right. Good. And we're just going to hold here in this nice big wide leg stretch. Again, feel free to assist with your hands at all if you need to. Okay, hands can be on the outsides of your legs. Gotta just breathe. Okay, beautiful. Using your hands again to help guide your legs back together. I like to come back through bent knees and soles of the feet together. So coming back to Baddha Konasana. Good. And then slowly reach those legs back up towards the sky. Okay. One last thing, y'all. Okay. And then I know I'm kind of going over on time here, but we're gonna take like a very short shavasana. Okay, so hopefully all this like kind of feels like it's relaxing. Okay, from here we're going to bend our knees into our chest, sliding your feet down the wall or as close to the bed or couch as you can. We're gonna let our whole body, feet, everything fall over to the right. So let your feet slide down all the way down, and then so you can press up against the chair, couch, or wall. Okay. Arms are going to reach right out in front of your shoulders, rest your head down, and then left arm's just going to reach all the way back to the left. So we're coming into this nice big deep twist. You can use your right hand on top of your knees to kind of help adjust you a little bit more. Okay. You can always, knees do not have to stay perfectly stacked. As you can see, mine are shifted off of each other here. Okay. So again, it's just really just like your feet being grounded up against your object. Good. This nice compact twist. Good. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhaling, slowly roll back over onto your right side. And we're just going to go to the other side. Okay, so slowly rolling back onto your back. If you need to readjust, knees into your chest, and then sliding your feet down over onto the left side. And again, really make sure your feet are, are on the ground. They're pressing up against the wall. Arms reach out in front of you, and then right arm's going to reach back behind you, twisting to the right. Just breathe. And just notice how this twist feels different from like the first one we did, right? Does it feel different? Does it feel the same? Take a nice big deep inhale in here. Exhaling, roll back over onto your left side. Okay, and then from here, you're just going to use your arms to help you move away from the wall. Okay, and we're going to come back through Shavasana or fish posture. Okay, so you can have your block under your shoulder blades. Okay. And we'll just take a moment just to kind of notice like how we're feeling, what's changed, what's stayed the same. Okay. Just rolling back. Again, the block and the pillow is totally optional. I just wanted to give us another chance to really open up this chest. And again, just to be in this like relaxation posture. And of course, I do not want to rush anyone. You're welcome to stay here as long as you wish. Okay. But take your time coming on out of this posture. If you want to roll off of your block and then back onto your back. Okay, that's fine. Okay, maybe stretch your arms up over your head, lengthen out onto the mat. You can gather your knees into your chest. And we're just going to make our way nice and slow up into a seated position. Again, there's no rush. Take your time. And as you're, up and seated, just kind of observe your body. Like, does anything feel different? I know for some reason, after doing legs up the wall, my spine feels so long. Right, I actually kind of feel like that, like my head is actually a balloon, like I feel like it's kind of floating, my spine is like that's the string, okay? And I'm feeling that weightedness through my hips, okay, that person holding the balloon, okay? Yeah, just kind of just sense like how you feel. Is there space? Are you stuck somewhere? Are you still tight? Okay, all things are valid. Okay, and let's just bring our hands together at our heart center. Just taking a moment to seal in your practice. Take a nice big deep inhale in through your nose. Big exhale out through your mouth. And so just begin to smile in honor of your practice. Namaste.